Okay, guys. So I'm going to be going over something really important. If you're in like a short form content agency or trying to like do a personal branding agency, um, yeah, this is a really important thing you guys need to kind of be thinking about. And I know there's a lot of people kind of not thinking about this at the moment or even kind of considered it. So it's really important to go over. I'm on a MacBook here, so I don't really know how this thing works. Okay, cool. So pretty much, I want you guys to start understanding one thing about, and I think it's a really good trait within business in general, especially if you have an online service business. So this could be as well for product businesses as well. But it's like you need to know who your customers are. If you don't know who your customers are, if you don't know who your clients are, then it's like you do stand no chance of signing a client. Okay, so what I want to kind of go over, and the first thing I want to say is like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, short form's dead. Personal, like this is dead offer." Like saturated. To be honest, I can't. Part of me just wants to go like, yeah, bro, it's saturated. Like, leave, go away. But the reason why it's not is because I fully believe a personal brand is the highest level currency in 2023. I don't think there's a better kind of leverage to have than a personal brand in 2023. So if you can be the agency that kind of provides that and make sure people, are actually getting a good personal brand and scale to a big audience and make sure they're monetizing it well, you can really, really make your clients 10K per month very easily. Like within my service, we only take people on now who we generally believe we can help make 10 15K per month just by our personal brand consulting and the implementations we add in. So let's actually just get into it. Okay, so you need to start thinking about your service inputs. Okay, so I've highlighted here 4 zones that you'll probably be going to be targeting in a short form content agency slash personal branding agency. Okay, so the zone 1 is actually the online coaches doing 0 to 10K per month. Okay, this is normally going to be an online coach doing these numbers, and normally going to be someone it's a relatively new skill, or it's a relatively new thing, like they're coming to the market. But they have obviously low revenue. They're doing like 0 to 10K. They've got low content and they've actually got low clients. Okay, so the thing that you want to kind of scale here, how you're actually helping this person, because guys, if you don't know how to help them, then what's the point? Okay, so this person in this kind of zone here, your prospect in zone 1, is mainly just focused on scaling audience, so the initial kind of audience grab, and the monetization scale. Okay, and later we'll talk about how things you can add in within your offer to make this possible. But first, I know it's a little bit boring. You want to know what offer you want to pick and all this stuff. But guys, this is really, really important. Knowing who the hell you're actually targeting, like who even your customers are, right? So the main thing you're going to help these guys out is obviously the scale audience and monetization scale. Okay, so the initial phases of growing an online audience and how you're actually going to end up monetizing this audience and kind of the plans and the implementations to do so. So within my offer now, we literally say like, when we onboard the client, we're like, okay, what is your current, like, obviously we kind of know beforehand when signing on the client, but we're really trying to get down what kind of pivot and what spot they're in within their business. And it's really, really important to know that, because you might be trying to help someone, trying to fix a problem that's in the future. And I think that's actually something that's really happening with these personal branding agencies. They're trying to fix problems that eventually will be a problem, but you're trying to fix them now when you haven't even got out of zone 1 yet, or zone 2, or whoever you're kind of providing. Okay, so the zone 1 would just be in the initial online coaches doing 0 to 10K per month. Okay, and you can kind of suss out who this is, right? So you need to make sure the implementations and what you're doing within your offer helps their current problem and their current situation, which is the initial phase of scaling an online audience and how you're going to kind of monetize this audience, the eventual plans and the branding around their coaching. Okay. Cool. So the second zone is the online coaches doing 10 to 20K per month. These guys are going to be more experienced. These guys are already going to have fairly like decent content. They're going to have some clients as well. So these guys, it's all just about scale. Like, how can we scale this? How can we bear? And these guys as well, they're going to be more open for kind of delegation, right? Because this guy here, just like his entrepreneurship mindset, is very like, I'll do everything. Okay, so it's very to know which kind of entrepreneur like phase, how do I kind of phrase this, mindset phase these guys are in, to know how to actually do your service, right? Because These guys are going to be way more. It's going to be way more beneficial if you're doing content because they're going to be more open to delegation. These guys might even be editing the videos themselves because they're just broke, right? But these guys are actually going to be more open to investing into a content team. Um, yeah, and with these guys, it's more okay. It's delegation, but it's also monetizing existing audience. To monetizing existing audience because we actually just onboarded a client who had a big self-improvement audience. He had like a really big self-improvement audience, and it was like a fairly big channel. He had a YouTube and a decent Instagram stuff, and I was like, this audience is so big, I'm not even really focused on scaling the audience too much. It's just how can we monetize the existing audience, and because he's in that kind of 10k 20k phase, so he, it's already a monetized audience to a point. You could argue that the people at 6k 5k are kind of in this stage as well, but it's how you can just monetize that existing audience really really well. There's loads of ways. Obviously we're going to go through the ways you can do this, and yeah, okay. And then zone three, you've got the coaches pretty advanced, so doing 20 to 50k per month, and what these guys are going to focus on is just quality. It's just quality in all your services. So whether this is the actual content editing, the production, the scripting, making sure that you're hitting the right algorithm, these guys aren't really going to take anybody on if it's not, high quality stuff. So this would just be really really increasing your service, because there's content agencies that are just so professional in what they do, and this is where I want to get to as a stage, right? Where like people will generally pay like 6k a month just to delegate content, like the entire content process, producing, scripting, scheduling, style, branding, message. Like there's loads of stuff, right? But these guys are going to be more focused on quality. And you can really see once you map out like who you are kind of targeting, which pain points to kind of pivot towards. Because if you didn't know this, right, you've created a service, so you've built a service, and your team is trying to solve problems for these guys when you should maybe just be focused on these guys and pitch and kind of pitch your services towards them, right? So these guys are going to be focused on quality, and they're also going to be focused on um, delegation. So delegation again, um, building out a consistent acquisition lead flow. So if you can come in and really build them out a system where it's going to be consistent warm leads, consistently tracked, consistently nurtured, consistently scaled and more warmed up. So, for example, this would be a community, but actually doing stuff within that community, running webinars within that community, placing an appointment setter within that community. And maybe running a paid ads acquisition where they pay a service fee for your commission, and then it's literally just you take a percentage. Just little ideas off the bat, right? And then zone four, which is online coaches doing 50 to 100k per month, and they're in that kind of scaling phase. It's mainly the same thing. They want to rely on a team that is going to bring them a consistent acquisition lead flow for warm leads. I should probably put that, because with content, it's all about getting the warm leads. That's why you do organic marketing. That's why people are actually pivoting to organic marketing rather than paid acquisition, even though paid acquisition is still really strong, and it will always be strong because most things in life are pay to win. So yeah, it's always going to be strong, right? But these guys are mainly focused on the same thing, just at a higher scale. Okay, so quality, delegation, consistent acquisition flow. Make sure all the warm leads are actually being warmed up with quality and which fits their brand. I think that's really important. I don't think I missed anything there. Cool. So now you've kind of understand which zones you want to go in, the problems that they're facing, what they need, how your service is actually going to be beneficial towards these guys. It's about, okay, which implementations are you going to install? One thing I want to say, first of all, okay, is high quality short form content. Now, that used to be the Alex Hormozy style that me and my company really destroyed the market in. I mean, guys, if you knew how many clients we signed within like a 2 week period, there's a part of me that's like, if I didn't come on YouTube and start just giving out the free source, how much richer would I be with agency wise, right? it'd be pretty nuts because we had the formula. We literally had the secret formula at one stage, and I think it was around January, February. We literally had the formula to scale, right? But then we kind of told everyone about it. So we have to pivot. And if you think that within entrepreneurship and scaling your business that you're not going to have to pivot at times and innovate, then you're lost and you're going to get left behind, right? So high quality short form, guys. Alex Hormozy is basic now. There's still high quality short form content out there. You could get paid 2K retainers just by having ridiculously high short form content. So my business partner sent me a video, which was a piece of short form, like, and it was just unbelievable. The editing was so good. I don't want to show you it because it's something that we're kind of pivoting to now. But like the homos, like, don't think homos is the only thing, right? There's editing styles that will literally blow your mind, and if you can build out the systems and actually provide that style of content, you're going to get paid a lot of money. Okay, so not that Alex Hormozy is dead, but you need to, like, if you want to do short form alone, right? Um, just short form as your offer, you might need something different other than Hormozy, and like obviously you can scale just with Hormozy, and it kind of does come down to personal preference. Like if your client likes the Hormozy style, he's going to pay for it, and if you add other things and he wants to come on with your service, then yeah, like he's going to come on. But guys, don't think that. Really try and be creative. This Hormozy style, we're in May of 2023. Like stuff's moving fast. This is the online world now. Stuff is moving fast. You're even seeing Hormozy kind of pivot towards different fonts and styles and B-roll and be creative, right? So really have in mind that the Hormozy style is basic now. That's not like really good, right? You need to have really super high quality editing now. Cool. And then another thing you can do is the paid acquisition, right? So I had a client. I suggested it to like, bro, have you ever thought about investing in Google Ads? Google Ads as a service. We ran the whole process for him, and the amount of warm leads, the amount of purchases he got for his course was pretty crazy. I think I posted it on my Instagram story. If you haven't added me on Instagram, go add me over there. And it's like, do you think he's not going to sign on for another month? Of course he is, because we're providing him the systems in order to actually monetize this brand. Cool, you've got an audience. There's people with like a mil subs that don't know how to monetize. I think this is the biggest opportunity. If you can really gather the knowledge for how to monetize a personal brand online, you're going to get paid a lot of money. Okay, so paid ad acquisition. You could do Instagram ads, you could do Facebook ads, you can do Google ads, whatever it is. Just it could be even set up as a initial service fee to run the whole thing. So you could have like a 2K service fee, and then you take a commission of sales or commission of warm leads. So say if you get 50 or to 100 warm leads into a group, you get paid. If you have a commission on the return on ad spend, you get paid after that initial service fee. Or you can run it on a monthly retainer. So you could simply run it on a monthly retainer. It's hard with ads because obviously they need the ad budget as well. So I really don't see how you can like charge huge monthly retainer when they need the ad budget as well. Obviously, it's doable. It's more doable with like a Facebook ad for like e-commerce or like Facebook ad stores, but for a personal brand, it's going to be a little bit less. Community building, which is one of the best offers you can do in the market right now because it's so valuable, and so many people launching these like community offers where if you can come in and do it right for the person and actually really monetize it and guarantee shit, then it's like, holy, like you're going to get paid a lot of money. Another thing you can do within this community build is obviously the email list. So if I was to go to, I don't want to click off this page, but if I was to go to my Discord, if you go to my Discord, there's the community build. There's the initial free value community. There's the free opt-in for the email. So say if like an email list, for example, and then there's actually the paid community as well as that. And that's exactly what you build out for your client as well. Webinar conversions, so you can actually run training webinars for your clients. This is one of the most converting things you can do in online marketing. I actually think like free training / like webinars have been running for a very long time. It's like one of the initial things people did with an online marketing. I actually remember I was actually going to get scammed. Looking back, I didn't know at the time, but now that I have more knowledge about online marketing, there was a guru trying to sell me some affiliate marketing, and he'd just done a webinar, and it convinced me, and all the PowerPoints were converting. They were hitting pain points, and I was like, damn, I need this program. And it's like, if you can build that out for your client, and they're gonna, like, they could literally make 10K like that. Like, I remember the webinar, like at the end of the webinar, it was like 50 spots available. There was like 1,000 people on the call. It was like 997. Bro, think about how much money you've made. And then let's say you take a conversion of that, you take like 15% of that, you made from the service fee, you made an additional like 2K, and your clients made like 6K from what you've done. It's crazy. Cool. Also an appointment setter, so you could actually place a VA into their business to outbound on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can even, I would suggest doing this with the community. So having the community and then actually getting the place setter into their business, and anyone who joins kind of nurture the warm leads in there. And then you can go personal brand consulting. Now, you can't really do this without a personal brand. This is what a little offer that we're kind of running at the moment. But it'd be difficult. I'm not gonna lie, like, it'd be difficult to pitch without that personal brand. So maybe just stick to the other stuff if you haven't got a personal brand, or just build your own, right? And that's going to be really, really effective. And this is how you can kind of build out, or the vision to build out a kind of personal branding offer within 2023. And in the future as well. And I think this is going to be really, really powerful. If you can build this right, you can make a lot of money. You can onboard a lot of clients, because the volume of people coming into the space is also so high. Like the volume, the sheer like actual volume of people coming into the space, is just so high. Like it's crazy. Don't know why I needed to kind of do this arrow. Just get, engaging video. But if you've stayed to the end of this video, you are a true entrepreneur, because this was the most boring video I've ever recorded. But I hope it sprung a ton of free value. This is all I've got for you guys today. And if you haven't added me on Instagram, add the Instagram. It's lukejackson.mx. If you haven't added me on Instagram there. If you aren't in the free Discord, get in the free Discord. I've got a free course on how to scale your SMMA from 0 to 10K per month, completely free, no strings attached. So go in there, download the free course, get on the email list so I can sell you in the future. And yeah, see you later, boys. Have a good one. How do I